Good evening. First of all, I want to thank you, all of you over here present this evening, for inviting me and giving me time to make a small speech. Station most of my life. But anyway, I would get this chance to talk about the laws of the nature, laws that humans have invented, and of course the divine laws. We are faced with an unusual situation lately, where we can see zillions of laws brought from people, and as they were brought, they were constantly broken. It's not like they don't know what to invent according to the laws, but they can invent every possible law that can affect one part of life or the other of humankind. It is like they're inventing laws for such a trivial things that no one can imagine. This is very hard to recognize in the modern societies, especially in the Western civilization. But since I'm coming from a small country, and back over there it's so visible to see that a law that was invented has been never actually followed by some people. For example, you have a law for not smoking on the public places. I mean, in most of the cases you'll see somebody smoking on some corner or smoking on a places where smoking is strictly forbidden, and yet nothing is going on. There's no penalties for laws, you know. It's only the laws are applicable always on certain type of people. Those small people that never realize that laws are just a human creation. There's no law on this planet that is not to be broken if it is brought by the man. All these laws are just forms of measurements to frighten the subject in a society. These laws surely function only in one direction, just to scare the regular citizen so he can obey the governing structure, which will never follow those laws. As I was living there, I saw millions of laws coming in 1 year. Everything that was going on around in the world was directly imported and configured as a law. But at the same time, as I was passing through streets and I was watching the crowd, I was just seeing mesmerized people on the streets who never really paid so much attention on the laws and never followed even the laws which are most common, you know. For example, you can see somebody driving and speaking on the mobile phone while entering the curve, or I can easily see somebody kicking a dog on the street, doing all kind of crazy things which in some normal society will provoke anger, or at least you will find some decent person telling to the offender that what he's doing is wrong. Chaotic societies sometimes can bring you a lot of advantages. That's why, for example, when an Oriental person shows up in some modern Western societies, he is never really incorporated in those societies, and he is constantly keeping his old habits with him. It is just the way people used to react on freedom sometimes. Mainly most of those immigrants have a poor education, and not only that they have a poor education, but they have a minimum knowledge about the world and the universe. They were just to read the Decalogue, I mean the Ten Commandments. It is just a small point that they should keep on. But like I said, mainly most of them recepted very well in the Western societies are pretty much barbarians. So what we are facing right now on the world scene, we're facing a big migration of really wild and very destructive people. Most of the time they hang on the social help and they procreate themselves and their families are growing bigger and bigger. What is this sense of the logic here? If we would have a small family of 3 members, mother, father and a child back in West, now we will receive an immigrant who will get monthly pay of, let's say, amount of 200 euros per child, and since he's willing to procreate himself, he will damage the actual society if he is willing to produce 5 kids, he will receive a social help of 1,000 euros. Of course, the question goes now, who is to cover all these expenses? And is this manpower really a necessity for your society? This is very discussable now. I can understand when a country invites a person that it needs some help, a certain person that have to escape political or some type of a health issue to enter a certain country. But in case where you have all these asylum from different countries of the world coming only in specific countries of Western Europe, it just giving me an idea that what's the point of me working in some third world country when I can easily get my family and just shop in your country and receive social help for, let's say, a period of 7 years. After ending with that period, I can collect your money and return to my home country and start a business over there. Am I right? But this is only my positive point of view, where I'm seeking only some economic advantage. In most of the cases, we have some really evil immigration going on. Some immigration which is connected with most of the sexual delics and all type of narcotic businesses going on. Of course, this is only to satisfy the ego of consuming masses, which are rapidly growing in the Western civilizations. And why is this happening? This is only for one reason. Nobody is hanging on the Decalogue, respecting the 10 Commandments. So simple. Now, the nature of the laws actually depends on a human again. In this case, I would like to emphasize a certain word that comes from the old Greek, and thy name is Teitan. Later, it was adopted by the Hebrew science and language like Shatan, and it means the advocate. The advocature is the only reason why so many of human laws are failing in the actual usage or appliances. You have to excuse my English, it's not so very well structured and my accent is a little bit Eastern, but I'm trying to do my best for this lecturing. One dimension of the laws is that in the sense of the divine energy, there's nothing bad coming on the earth. Everything coming from above, it's more or less positive. It is only the way of our perception to implement the good will in all these laws and to try to restrain from evil that makes it so complicated. If you take it from the point of karma, or will somebody will get punishment for what he does, of course eventually everybody will get something that he deserves. But is this something that will make us happy? No. It's more about what we're gonna do with all this that is happening around us. How to survive in these societies with so much stress and unnecessary work, which is only producing more and more garbage of any type on the planet. When I'm talking about garbage, it's not just regular garbage, but I'm talking about every type of garbage. Garbage of industry, garbage of intellect, garbage of whatever, you name it. Because this is what we do most of the time. We humans are generating tons and tons of garbage. And of course, at the end, there's nobody to collect this garbage, so that's why we are used to call all these foreigners over here for us, and they keep coming in our countries. They keep coming in your countries, actually, to collect the garbage. After a certain time, those entrepreneurs are growing in large numbers. They start to mingle with your female part of population, and then suddenly, after watching a couple of porn movies, you discover that your country is endangered by them, and this is how, and this is how, getting fascism. And you should think about one thing. Who is to come in your country? Who are those that you're receiving? And why are you receiving them?